could say this story starts more than 100 years ago. In the 19th century, as the maps of the planet were being finalised, the world's great forests passed on to the English their secrets, kindly and discreetly, like grandparents pass on sweets. In More Trees to Climb, there are 3 of my one-man shows from the Edinburgh Festival. Coelacanth, which was performed in 2005 and won the Herald Angel Award, which is about tree climbing and doomed romance. Picture then 8 great trees of England, planted during the main course of the Victorian feast, only to reach their mighty heights towards the end of the 20th century, long after the deaths of their planters. When I first started doing one-man shows, I wanted to mix science fiction with, which I read a lot of as a kid, with cartoons, which I loved and still do, with sort of literary techniques as well. So I was mixing all these things, putting them all together. I guess everyone's got unique influences, and what we come up with, each of us, is partly because of those different influences. Now picture a young woman as she ascends one such great tree. She climbs to music and enthralls a stadium audience of hundreds with her acrobatic leaps, her graceful pulls. If you had to describe this, you might say it's a mixture of figure skating and mountaineering, a vertical ballet, an arboreal gymnastic. I'm an actor as well as a writer, so as an unemployed actor, you take any jobs you can get. I knew this writer, i.e. myself, who would write myself parts. It seemed to work. She'd come from the American States, born 20 years before in the town of Comma, Indiana, named after that all-important comma Americans put between town name and state. As a child, she'd moved to Allegheny, Ohio, where she grew up like a sunflower, tall and good and loving the sun. Also oily, especially around the T-zone. Supercollider for the Family was performed in 1997. It's about particle physics and tightrope walkers. And Not Everything is Significant, which I performed in 2008, which is about a biographer with writer's block who gets sent his own diary for the following year. She was the victim of a drive-by wooing after her senior prom, a prom incidentally themed around proms in movies. She'd gone as Carrie. She dumped this man, her first boyfriend, by dropping him off at the town dump. That's how they did things in Allegheny. But she'd wanted better for herself, and so, like any kid with a talent and a dream, she came to climb our trees. I'm interested in those moments where there's a moment in the heart, there's also a moment in the universe, and putting them together is something that only happens inside someone's imagination. They're often just little firework moments that just go off inside the audience's imagination. And like fireworks, they're there and they're gone, and I've gone on to the next one. It's the writing on the sand that tells a passing world we're here. But you don't have to describe it, you just have to see it. Can you see the tree? Can you picture the girl?